Greetings everyone, this is Mike Wright, the Astro Sherpa, dropping in with a spatial report. Congratulations, you made it to the summer solstice. So what is the summer solstice? Why is it so special? We're going to actually show you here on our chart, and I'm going to show you the sun at the peak of its journey, and we're going to show you on some other calendars. So we're looking at different dimensions, and we have shifted into this new season. So this is from the Spring Equinox right here. We started off Aries season, so we've completed Aries 30 days plus or minus, Taurus 30 days plus or minus, and then Gemini season. So that's 3 segments out of the 12 in this wheel. So that's 1/4 section. So that's where you get the quaternary. So the Trinity triangle here, we're looking at the sun square Neptune, 29 degrees of Pisces, right as it left Gemini, and then it's squaring Black Moon Lilith here in Virgo. So Black Moon Lilith is the apogee furthest point of the moon's orbit. So it's hard for our subconscious and these unconscious pulls. This is what was considered the dark feminine outcast energy. This is where you have, some of your dirtier or darker thoughts. And that in Virgo is about education. So this dark energy swallowing up the children. There's a lot of work to be done to come into the new world as far as education, because the old system was trapping minds in the cube, 3D reality. So we're here to escape our understanding of time space itself, which is this wheel in the cube. So you're looking at a massive shift in the understanding of time itself, time space. So when we look at the 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter, those were equated to ages in our own lives. So the first quarter would be being born until, as a toddler, and now you're coming into your new, youth. So entering into schools, starting to explore around the house and the neighborhoods. And then you can play. So Leo season is play. So we're going to be doing a lot of this emotional journey here. And Mercury and Venus have started their journey through this first section of Cancer. So this is where we feel that energy at the top. So it's like the archetypal energy where we can heal ourselves by union. Understanding the water has to be purified and clean so that you can relate to others and see the tides coming in and out. What makes you hungry? What makes you do stuff? Now, once you understand that awareness, you can move forward. So what we're looking at here is this sun at 0 degrees, 1 minute. That's inner Cancer. So some culture said this was throwing the rider off of the horse into the sea. So the rider being, or you could say this is where the rider grabs the chariot, takes hold of the subtle body, which is your male-female form merged. So this is understanding the feminine, masculine energy forces, not the generation portions. So magnetic, electric, and these flow in opposition. They need resistance to flow. So the original duality separation created this wave of energy. The first principle was movement. So we measure this change in movement. So I'm going to take you here on a little journey. We do have the full moon coming up here right about 1 degree of Capricorn late tomorrow. So and then Pluto's retrograding back into Capricorn. Saturn's getting ready to retrograde as well. And Neptune, which is this divisive force into good and evil, dark and light, left-hand path, right-hand path, black magic, white magic. The middle path is marrying the sun and moon, right? Going straight up to the abyss, heaven. Heaven's your head, your mind, thinking, speaking, talking, writing, acting. So we get to heaven when we're in leisure. Cancer and Leo is enjoying leisure time after you did hard work all spring. Hopefully you've been doing hard work, and a lot of us were burying the dead. That was a hard season we went through with this Pluto opening square, with Mars. All this Mars over Saturn was a bruiser. And then the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse energies kicking us off. So we have fair wind. We have some wind that was stirred up here in Gemini season, showing us many portals opening up from the lower worlds to the upper worlds, opening doors for jobs, education, learning, releasing those trapped in the programs. These industrial school complexes and unions are binding the children. So we have to learn, that there is a new way to educate ourselves and our children, and that's through awareness. And this wheel has been around a long time, and those who use it for awareness, they gain a lot of new perspective, and you see new dimensions. So it is a tool to help you. So people that misuse it and try to harm others and cast ugly things and ugly words and lies as truth and taking credits for other people's work, that's evil. But the good and evil is what creates waves, the energy flow. So if you can understand one thing in this whole big mess, is where your focus goes, that's where the energy flows. Okay? That's the fundamental law of attraction. So something has to attract and hold your attention. And that can be fear, worry, anxiety. And guess what you'll get? You'll get cups full of that until you quit focusing on that. So we're here to look at the path forward is focusing on what we can do. Solutions, new paths, new choices, leaving behind old fears and worries. Leaving behind, we're getting ready to get extensive energy sources released where the way we paid for power is going to change dramatically. Dramatically. So Aquarius is the transmission of words, power, energy. It's a big symbol of a person bearing water. So everybody's going to get their water if you hang tight and quit buying the destructive global, this destructive globalization force where they tear down borders and boundaries of nations. There's many diverse nations on this unified planet. So we have to respect that. This old push for one world order is not going to happen. Will not. Because this is the fundamental principle of this universe, is the one reflecting into the many. Unity and diversity. So that's what makes up this trinity. 1, 2. 2 points makes the line, and a third point in an equilateral triangle gives you illumination. Also holds the water as a cup. You marry these two, suddenly you're going somewhere. That's your chariot. So if you look at these calendars, so today summer begins, and the moon right at 15 degrees of Sagittarius. So this is about believing, understanding foreign cultures, understanding your healing journey. It's a subtle fire. It's a beautiful energy. Its shadow is Gemini, so that's where it can be really talkative. You know, wants to know the end of the story. Guess what? We're showing you this wheel right there to the unity point in the center of that circle. It's at its peak of its journey, and we're going to discuss that out here and show you what that means. So come with me. Let's see. So if you understand, I'm facing due east right here. I'll come around here a little bit. So the ancients saw right now, since this is the peak of the summer solstice, that sun is at the top of its journey right here. So before it was down this way, it would rise about in here. So they saw it as rolling up a hill, and that was the top. So we'll see this sun start to sink as we move into the later summer. It'll be further over here, and it falls. So that's what we see. Okay, that's an arc. So you flat earthers explain the arc. So due east, you're seeing the sun at its peak journey. So this was seen as this illumination of our whole world, everything around you. So now we come into this summer season where things dry out and burn out. The water goes away. So that's called calcination. Things separate. Drying out, no moisture, you know, things start to break, fall apart. So you can use that to your benefit. A beautiful day. So welcome in this summer solstice, and realize we've now finished, you know, this important season, the first quarter, and we're moving into a new one. And this one's going to be full of games. Lots of football, the Olympics, swimming, track. It's going to be magnificent. So let's all put out good thoughts for these people representing many nations. Okay? We're casting out this globalism crap and respect those who are going through their trials and tribulations. And those nations that have been fighting forever, you gotta hope they resolve their issues. Anyway, tune in, tune up, and participate. Keep working on your own physical, emotional, and mental capabilities. When you wield those powers, you're doing magic. That's what that means. You're using the forces around you. You're duplicating nature. Nature is alive. The living God itself, right here, all around you. That's the force imbued from this light, this energy rolling into this world, hitting water and earth. And with the air changing directions, that's what makes everything grow. Any way you go, I hope you're well. Astro Sherpa out.